Okay, so welcome. In this section, I'll be walking you through a few of the basic things you can do with each tool in Anconk using our personal feedback corpus. I say our personal feedback corpus. This is, if you look at the template on the course page, which you can see here, you'll find that towards the end there is a section where students can give feedback on the course and what they liked about it, didn't like about it, difficulties they had, and so on. So I hope you'll find this an interesting set of text to work with, as it does give an idea of how other students have reported their work in previous years. So this is 122 papers, about just over 30,000 words, um, and it gives you the good and the bad. But of course, 30,000 words is quite a lot, and you don't really want to read 30,000 words. So the point here is to see the type of things which corpus tools can do to help you get a different view of such a collection. Especially as if you want to analyze a collection of text of, say, 30,000 words, some analyses would require you reading it again and again and again, which you don't really want to do. So my objective here is to try to get a number of crucial messages across when you build your own corpus and start using Anconk for yourself. This is purely mechanical. I don't expect you to do these things. So my objective with this section is to get you first of all to the main messages. The first message is to create separate folders for your work and always keep the original files in a safe place along with any metadata, the source, the date, etc. Second, make sure that each text is in a separate file. Don't put them all together in the same file, and make sure that each file has its own useful name. Third, all files have to be in TXT format to be used with Anconk, but not all TXT files are the same. Now, if you have, for example, a Word document or an OpenOffice document, then simply enregistrer sous, choose TXT, and make sure you select UTF-8 format. I'll say that again, UTF-8. If you don't use UTF-8, you'll just get gibberish characters in your output from Anconk. If you have a PDF file which you want to convert to TXT, you might want to use ANT file converter. Now, ANT file converter, if we just Google Anconk, you'll see there's Lawrence Anthony's software, which you can find. This contains a number of things, including ANT file converter. So download the virtual version which is appropriate for you. This allows you to convert PDF files to TXT all in one go. Back to the course page because I hope it looks familiar. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is to download Anconk itself. Now, again, if you Google Anconk, you'll see there's Lawrence Anthony's Anconk. It has its own page. So make sure you go to this page. Okay, download the version which you want, Windows, Mac, Linux, up to you. Okay, save that. I've got it here, you can see on my desktop on the top left there, so I can always access it simply. If you scroll down the page, you'll see there's some other useful things, especially the YouTube tutorials. These are really, really important. They're very short, very simple to follow. They're screen captures like these, video screen captures, so you can follow, cut up into bite-sized pieces. Something else that you'll see is a Google group discussion. Now, if you have a question, a technical question about using Anconk, you can very often find the answers there. You can query the Google discussion. If you have a question which hasn't come up, you can even write to Lawrence Anthony anyway and share your question. There are various guides and things which you can use here as well, even in Arabic or Chinese or German, Korean, Portuguese and Spanish if you like. Okay, going back to the course page, you'll see that there are some downloads here. If you open the downloads, you'll see different things which are in there. If you click on them, you simply download them, which I don't want to do again, so I've got them all here. So the various things we've got e-lemma no hyphen. This basically is a list of forms associated with a lemma, so that you can automatically group words together. If we open it, you can see what it looks like. So let's scroll down to something simple. So for example, you might have, where's it gone? Accept. So you have the base form accept, but you also have accepts, acceptance, and accepting. Accepts, accepted, and accepted, sorry. So if you use this lemma list, you don't see the different forms of the word, you see them all together, which can be very useful. So open it up, have a look, but don't change anything in this file. We also have a document for norming, which is an Excel file. I won't be talking about this much here, but for example, if you know that your corpus is 30,460 words long, the word corpus occurs 311 times. That means it occurs 10 times per 1,000 words. Okay, so this is just an Excel sheet which can help you to norm, to convert to something which is standardizable per 1,000 words or per million words, especially useful if you have two corpora of different sizes and you want to compare the relative frequency. The third thing is a stop list from the BNC. And if you open it up, you'll see that it's lots of small words, the, of, and, etc. These are the 200 most frequent words in the BNC, and almost all of them, they're these not very meaningful words for the most part. Sometimes you might want to get rid of, not count those words. You only want to look at words which have lexical content, so we can use a stop list. Okay, what's next? Oh yes, back to the course page itself. Just below those, you have the personal feedback. The personal feedback, you'll see there are lots and lots of text here. This simply means that this text was submitted by a student in 2014 and it was student number 1. It's also in 2014 student number 3. Some students are not there because their files aren't usable for one reason or another. Okay, so you'll see quite a lot of text there. If we go here, if you want to see what one looks like, choose any one, open it up, it's just TXT format. That's what a TXT file looks like. Okay, so really, we're ready to go. I'll stop the video here and start again in a few minutes. Open and conk, which you should now have on your desktop.